Someone said job.
5, 4,
Both.
3,
Both.
2,
Both,
trust.
Hype-
No name, no gimmick.
Hypebeast.com. We try and download the album.
Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
It's a
All right.
local Discord
We got
discussion.
Okay, we're
I'm on the way.
poo,
Just
poo, 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 poo.
blows his nose.
What are you guys talking about? We just started.
Good morning, USA.
Don't say anything that'll get us kicked off YouTube, please. Don't talk over me. I'm the host.
I'm the
You don't
host
know
with the
anything.
most glass. Oh,
If you guys talk
No,
over each
none.
other, we won't be able to have any fun conversations.
won't be
Hold
able to
on,
discuss
Caleb.
Sonic
You're
the
just trying.
Hedgehog's
Is this
mother.
Is this just a ploy for you to get in our video you can animate?
Yeah, of course it is. You think I talk with you guys because you're actually my friends?
Caleb, I mean not Caleb. IDS. We need a trick. Caleb, we need to start talking about things that Caleb could possibly never animate.
Let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog's mother.
Yeah, and his busty.
Okay, I have video evidence
Bussy.
now. I've just
Bussy
listened to
boy.
it. I heard
Bussy
all of us talking.
Bussy
So,
Bussy boy. Bussy boy.
to everyone
Bussy.
in the comments who has stuck around, thank you. I'm sorry for all of the.
Everyone who's stuck around, you wasted your time. Go home.
Please leave the stream now. After all this hard work that I've done, we don't want you here. That's so. Especially since I've tried reconciling the fact that I want to build. So let me build now. And
Okay.
all right, now for the third time, tell how you guys met. You guys met in real life? Did that really happen? Did you guys really meet in real life?
It's freaking epic. Okay,
Please.
so
Yeah, Cage.
story time, boys. You want to hear a little story? We're doing
Story time.
Yeah.
Episode. Okay,
Cool.
Listen up, honkos.
Okay, the origin. This is the story of how we met and the origin of Honko.
I don't think we can tell the full version of that story.
So the Honko. Okay, that the Honko story will be slipped in there.
Because
Alright,
it came from the origin of OR.
What is going on? Are you guys actually telling your backstory?
Okay, so anyway, so we were okay, so this is story time, boys. We're gonna
Okay.
hear a little story. Anyway, so check it. Okay.
PB Check
so
It. Shout out to PB
Yeah,
Check.
shout out to our boy PB Check It.
for the past like about 6 weeks or so, and I'm still on this by the way, but for the past 6 weeks or so, I have been taking a trip over to Europe, and the earlier portion of the trip was me and the UK, primarily in London, mostly in London. The majority of the trip, that portion of the trip was in London. Fuck off. Anyway, so,
Thanks.
so
Anyway, yes, you were at London. You were in the
Yeah.
great country of London. That's a country, right?
Yeah, Dinix.
yeah, London they do.
You performed Samba de Dinix with IDS in person. Am
Yeah,
I correct in saying that?
Anyway, I'll resume this in a way that you could edit into an actual video content. So
No, you don't
this is how
have
it
to.
goes.
I don't want you to think too fluidly about it. I can cut around things.
Yeah, you can. Listen, the only thing you need to cut around is these nuts. Got him. Anyway,
Oh.
yeah. Anyway, so that basically it goes as this. I was in London for a bit, for both vacation and a job, and there were 2 opportunities where IDS came out from his little grotto that he lives in to see me in the big boy city. One of them was like for a day, and then the other one was for multiple days where we went to the Boiler Room Music Festival, and that was a really fantastic time. The second one, the first one was great too, but the main notable event aside from just seeing the Journal City was that I drew a frog in the IDS, and I collaborated on the illustration to end up making the frog just pissing. Anyway,
I remember that. Yeah.
so
Because its leg was a dick.
yeah, I drew the frog's leg, and it looked a little bit too much like a lily, and then and then I just drew a dick on it. And then
Speaking of which, did you and Kai keep the paper plate comics that we made?
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. Is that there were like quite a few like drawing games and jokes we did. Like the first one was that somebody would draw a crappy doodle, and then the other person would have to draw the same crappy doodle except in higher resolution and make it actually look good, but also kind of funny. And then the other game was just on paper plates we were drawing like single panels of a comic, and then each person would add on the next panel to it.
Just having to explain a comic about a child molesting
That is
up to a
so
kid to
funny,
your aunt
dude.
was weird.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was that was another thing too, is because my aunt's been traveling with me, and so then there was there were a couple of comics that were kind of a little bit like, how do you explain this? But one the one though that was most noticeable is the one about the wife who who's cheating on her husband with the cat, and that one's a bit much.
Whoa.
Once again, showing this to your aunt, a guy, a husband, his cat.
That one did not get shown. Just saying.
Why not? That sounds like a great story. You should be showing her all sorts of pictures of your little cat stuff. Your cat
But the
pornography.
witch resurrected her like dead son, but then she was like, "I want to fuck you anyway."
Oh yeah, that one. Like I don't know about the cat one, but Kai's kept all of them. So
Cool.
Yeah, my brother was there too, by the way. So this is
Did you just dox Kai Bellina, dude?
His name is public. It's on his official Instagram page.
Name's no.
His name is Obi Trice. No name, no gimmick. Anyway, so hold on a second. I need to wash my hands. So the music festival. There's let's see. I'm trying to think. Two stories. I'm going to take one story, and then the IDs can take the talking about the actual music festival itself. But the one story I definitely want to say is that basically IDs and I shared a room, and it got a little steamy, it got a little passionate. Some
nut was shared for sure.
Yeah, it was traded on the stock exchange. Actually, side note before I tell the story, IDS and another side micro story is that since I was coming over here, IDS and I were doing a trade with some Bionicle parts, and it ending up in this trade is that the Uncle Steve poster from the Misadventures in the Onopex and Pals, like that specific prop, I traded I traded a couple Kanohi over for just a picture of this, and it's like one of the stupidest things I own. I think I luckily have everything that you traded for me, but that one there, and then also just like a Lego monkey with no arms, just an armless monkey. Those I'm trading like I traded a shiny sparkling Takanuba mask for an armless monkey. It's a very fair trade.
It's fucking. Yeah. This has been one of the best trade deals.
The best trade deal.
But yeah, like at night though, we were sleeping in the same space, and one night, we were just babbling until we were losing consciousness, and one of the things were that we were thinking of really good insults that would stick for white people, because it's just known that there's not too many good ones, and it's like all that exists is honky. But then we were thinking about it, then the phrase honko came out, and it's like, that's so much better. It actually bites to just calling somebody a fucking honko.
Donkey?
So
Donkey.
Yeah,
that's true, because I was literally just like, all right, I'm going to sleep now, and then like half an hour later we're fucking saying racial epithets in the night.
We're just out at the roof howling like wolves honko into the dead of the night. Sitting on the corners to just see the most anybody who's vaguely Caucasian is like, look at that fucking honko over there. Anyway,
Whoa. You guys are really funny, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. Anyway, and then another thing too is also IDS recently bought like a pair of like headphones so he could listen to music while falling asleep. But they were like they started like they were shit quality. And they also started like blinking like bright blue light into the room for some random reason. They just decided to just like just it was like pitch black and then just blue light going off, and you know he was getting so pissed off at this light just going off in it.
Oh my goodness.
It was pretty bad. Because I lost my headphones, and I was like, shit, I'm seeing Cage Day, and I have to take the train up to London. I need headphones. I bought wireless headphones, and the audio quality sounded like they were in a fucking homeless man's asshole. And then it had the blinking blue light as well. It was terrible.
It was something only a honko could enjoy.
But luckily, Cage had a pair that I could use so I could fall asleep. Apparently, I snore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's another thing too. I do snores, but only like for like the first couple minutes when he falls asleep. It's just like he goes just for like. Oh, it's actually slower than that. So it's like.
You guys
Yeah,
are telling all
that's
these fun
actually-
facts of it because you guys actually got to sleep together. When I visited Cage, I had my own guest room and everything. I was
Yeah,
living
we
with-
like
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't drop my hits, Caleb. I was like, I'm going up to my room, and then I give a little wink and like shake my ass a little bit, kind of like implying that you're supposed to come up to.
I missed the signs, dude. I'm sorry.
Cage sharing the bed. It got pretty steamy.
Yeah, now, if you don't animate that's a missed opportunity.
Like we had to
Yeah.
like because there was only one bed. We decided it would be best to sleep cock to cock. So
Ew.
That first, I was trying to go for cocktail anal,
Are
but
you guys
you
gay?
didn't like that,
Are
man.
you guys making gay jokes? This guys, it's 2019. The homosexuals are welcomed members of our society.
Yeah, but I'm not one of them.
It's freaking awesome, dude. But I'm not one of them, dude.
I'm trying to
Just
think
saying.
I'm trying to think if there's other things too that are worth noting. Okay, good. It's good. I was just double checking to make sure, and like I can confirm.
Can you double
I still
check and make
own
sure
the-
you're not being really boring because all these people are asking questions and no one's getting answers?
Okay, I can. I'll just say like I'm gonna
Okay.
double check real quick. IDs. I
Mhm.
still have the armless monkey, so we are good.
perfect. Also, I'm going
Yeah.
to respond to one question quickly. Someone asked, "What happened to Poxu after Podan and Prox moved away? Was that ever canonized, or was that just something made up?"
I think it's on the wiki.
Wiki,
Um,
yeah, but I don't think it's ever put in an episode. Technically, that's loose canon, so I don't know. So
Yeah.
because it's never been in an episode.
Crusaders commented, "Give me a stream invite." Do we tell him to buzz off because we got too many people here already?
Tell him to buzz off? Nah, man. Tell him to buzz Aldrin.
Let's finish the story, then we can bring him in.
Yeah. You guys actually, IDS is a couple of different stories, so as well.
Yeah, you talk about the concert, man. Like until
Oh,
like,
yes,
about
that's basically.
Oh, okay, actually, before you guys finish the story, there's a couple other comments. Let's get our quick thoughts on the.
Let's ask the important question. Okay, guys, this is a question we've never had before. Really cool, really original. Who is your favorite Toa?
No, the
Fucking
guy
tell me.
even commented again. Are you supporting Sakota's Bionicle 20th anniversary project? It's so close to reaching 10,000. I talked about it. I'm not supporting it. I did promote it because other people might support it.
I mean, I
but-
was going to, but I heard a lot of Republican politicians are backing it, and I thought,
yeah,
good.
it's very liberal, divisive, politically divisive rather, and you wouldn't want to be supporting anything
I think
backed by.
I was on the Lego Ideas page, and I saw Newt Gingrich posted like a donation. I was like, I'm good on that one.
Someone asked if they just herded a cat. Heard a cat? Did I hear a cat? Does anyone have a cat nearby? Cage is no way, so he doesn't have a cat. IDS, I don't know
Yep.
if you have a cat.
the.
I think you
Not
just.
for
Yeah,
years.
so.
My cat's long dead, dude.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Kitty Dara.
Yep, Kitty Dara.
Oh. Yeah, you suffocated that cat to death, right?
Yeah, like I sat on its face, farted till it couldn't breathe anymore.
I'm gonna you go like I'm gonna sit on this cat right here. I'm gonna
Also,
until I can't no
Harry's
more.
Garage Stop Motion Studio asked, Caleb, why are you such a honko?
I rode my cat's dick till it died, dude. Actually, my cat was a girl, so.
That's
Alright.
That's
Okay.
like the guy who was getting cucked by the cat, like hit the wife was
Okay, right. So I'm gonna quickly say. So Cage has been in London for work,
Yeah.
basically, filming stuff. There was a tattoo convention, so we went for that. So while the convention was going on, I went out to London for a day. Met up with him. This kind fella gave me a custom Nolan hat. If anyone hasn't
I
seen
actually
it,
legitimately did. I did give him a purple and black hat
A
that says
very
Nolan on
thoughtful
it.
gift and a wonderful.
it was fucking, and it was the most disorientating thing in the world. Talking to him on the phone like I've done for years, and then walking up and seeing him in person in front of me.
Yeah.
So,
It's so funny too because we literally both have the exact same experience, except actually not well. In terms of walking up and seeing him, he was funny because he was giving me driving directions as I was trying to find his house.
Yeah.
and this, so I've been talking to Cage and his brother for years, right? So I should be 100% used to their voice. For whatever reason, even though he was talking to me on the phone just moments ago, seeing him in person for the first 2 minutes, I was like, Jesus Christ, these guys sound really fucking American.
Yeah,
They are
pretty
fucking
funny. Oh, it's pretty funny, dude.
I should
Yeah.
have just made my voice slightly higher pitched the entire time just to fuck with you, to be like, man, does he just sound like that in person?
Oh, that would be
It's
funny.
like, damn, bitch, you live like this.
IDS, when we eventually do the inevitable three-way meeting, you and I, we each gotta try and do our own takes. Hey, IDS, how's it going?
Hey, Nolan. No, but yeah, literally, fucking, I was gonna say something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say. So yeah, then the three of us went on a pizza date, and then we just wandered around looking at sites. We went to this little hipster pop-up, this little bar area. We faffed about. We did some shit, and then the second time we met up, I actually stayed.
Is it wrong for me to point out that the Skype call kind of dodged a little bit when you said about?
Wait, what?
The
Yeah, it
Skype call
sounded
kind
about
of
the
went
same
out
to
a
me.
little when you said we.
Yeah, it's basically just self-censoring himself to try to avoid
Skype was trying
public
to
knowledge
make
of us.
clear exactly what you're saying.
Skype is trying to avoid it being public knowledge that we fucked viciously. In
Yeah,
person.
fucking my anus was prolapsed afterwards. It was so fucking vicious.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
but
we
yeah,
don't need to
so-
talk about my booty.
But yeah,
my
so
booty
we
is,
we met up
looking like
again.
Jew booty.
Jew
Dub
booty.
is my favorite app.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we met up again in and was it the next week or the week after?
We met I'd probably say about a week and a half later, in another area for Boiler Room.
And then so we were seeing some shows for this thing called the Boiler Room Festival. It was I just remember fondly we went. So me, Cage, and his brother, Gorog the Great. On the first night they came to the station, met me. We went to the place, left our bags. We went to the bar, this little bar, tiny little bar. It was just I swear there was just two other people in there. There was lesbianing up in the corner. Me, Kai goes up to the guy and is just yeah, didn't he try to start a tab? And the guy looked at him
yeah.
You want to just pay for your fucking drink?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's because of in America, you can just leave credit card with the bartender. You can just drink as much as you fucking want. At the very end, you can 1 minute. Basically, just go to the bartender. Just drink as much as you want, and then you just pay at the very end. But here, it's you have to pay for every single little drink.
It's such a pain, dude.
Yeah, it was just funny.
Imran.
It was just funny because he was literally put his card. Can you start a tab? And the guy was like, "What?"
What?
And then if I remember correctly, we chilled out there. And the Boiler Room Festival. We went to a jazz night and a rap night. Both very cool, different venues. The rap night was cool because the three of us ended up on stage. We already explained this in the first stream that failed, but some dude was going ape shit and it became a mosh pit. That was fun.
Yeah.
Proper going. Some random guys tried to pick a fight with Cage's brother.
Yeah. Actually, the funny thing about that is I couldn't really hear the interaction. I just heard Guy talking to Kai, and then Kai just gave him a response while smiling. So I just kind of a little bit I wonder what that interaction is, because it's kind of a strange interaction. He's usually not that friendly. And but at the same time though, I did not think this was a fight interaction. Then I heard it's from my brother. He's oh yeah, no, this guy was hey, bump me into me again, and I'll fucking beat the shit out of you. And I was hold on,
it was weird because
I was Kai's response was not like, like he used that situation so good to the point where, for me, someone who couldn't even hear what was being said, I thought it was actually a pleasant interaction.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I could see the guy was like pushing him down, being like, "Yo, I don't know what the fuck, like who the hell that guy was or who he thought he was." I was like, "Well, okay."
Wait, are you saying that? Wait. So you were watching and you just saw from a distance the guy like shoved Kai and went up to him and said, "You're gonna die, honky."
No, we were all in close proximity when this shit happened. Like we were still by the stage, and the guy started pushing him, and then shit was like kicking off. It was weird.
Dang it, my Eminem reference failed. I apologize.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I remember collecting all the Vaki sets. Cool, dude.
No one cares.
Why are you so mean, Cage? Don't you know that these people have feelings?
He's a young madman.
Harry's Garage Stop Motion Studio really wants to know what games you recommend on the Switch other than Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, Caleb, do you ever
Smash Ultimate?
What did you say, IDs?
Do you ever play Team Fortress 2? Most interesting.
I do not. I do not.
Actually, legitimately, if you want good games on Switch, I would recommend Mario Odyssey if you don't own it. Like, it's just like a clear, like, just get it.
Weirdly enough, I have played Mario Odyssey.
Tell us your experience, IDs.
It was really good. Oh, it was alright. Fun.
I'm still more of a fan of Mario 64, but Mario Odyssey is great. It's definitely high up there for Mario games.
I like Mario. I like Mario walking around fucking Los Santos, GTA City, being like, oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. I love it too. Also, I like.
Also helping that.
What else? Sonic Mania is fucking amazing. Get Sonic Mania. Buy Sonic Mania. Play Sonic Mania. If you already own Sonic Mania, get on Switch because it's better with it portable.
I still get confused, and when I hear Super Mario Odyssey, I think a lot about Super Mario Galaxy from like 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's Galaxy is great too. However, I don't know if like, right? Yeah, they actually did 2 Galaxy games, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, they did. I remember that.
Which I always find it weird because 3D Mario games never get like direct sequels, but they just did that for Galaxy. Cool. I still to this day, like, I'm not I'm
you're not a gay basher?
And I was going to say I haven't gotten a Mario 3D game that is dethroned 64 for me. Yeah. Anyway, I need to get going in a couple minutes because I need to eat some food, so I'll probably bounce in return.
Wait. Okay, so before you go, I think IDS should tell his interesting stories, and then maybe when you go, we can add Crusader on. If he's still open to buy. Okay,
I only have like 5% charge on this thing too, so.
Oh, okay. Well then, I don't know.
Make it quick.
I guess I could tell my violent customer story.
Yes. So tell your violent customer story.
So it must have been like last week, 2 weeks ago now. I don't know. This customer, he came into store. So basically, he sold like a car part online, and then a month later, the guy had raised it as like a scam. Normal enough guy. He was pretty fucking pissed. He was getting pretty mad. I was like, I believed him. He showed me all sorts of like evidence that. So basically, we've put a block on his accounts. We can't like use his money. So fair enough. He's pissed. I'm like, okay, cool.
So
and he starts getting a bit rowdy.
He's trying to sell a part. It got flagged as a scam, but he's like, it's not a fucking scam. What's wrong with you guys?
The part got sold. Like, it was a month ago. But for whatever reason, that guy must have gone to his bank and said, I got scammed. Can you give me my money back? So they've contacted our bank and we blocked it until he can prove the funds. Because he did it on Gumtree. I don't know if you guys know what Gumtree is. It's like an informal eBay thing.
Is it like Craigslist?
Kind of, yeah. And so he didn't actually have any proof. He has a fucking drug dealer phone, basically, so he has to delete all his messages. He has no messages, the text. So he shows me all these pictures of his truck and the fucking part, and I'm like, cool. On the phone, I'm talking to the woman. Mind you, I'm sitting here for like an hour. But he's being pretty reasonable. He's getting pretty pissed, but I'm like, cool with it. And then, so I'm just linking the woman on the fraud team. The woman on the fraud team's like, okay, yes, technically this isn't enough proof, and I need to do what's known as an interbank. I need to talk to the other bank, but the customer can't know this. And because we're the only bank that opens late in the UK, it's like, yeah, but the other bank's closed, so we have to do it tomorrow. And the guy's like, "Oh my daughter's going to Disney World tomorrow. My daughter's going to Disney World. I need this 200."
I don't know why. I just find it really funny. You standing there on the phone being like, "Oh, I gotta deliver bad news without delivering bad news," and then he's just like talking to other people walking by, screaming, "My daughter's going to Disney World tomorrow."
Of all the
just
things
like,
for somebody to be
my-
like shouting angrily, like that's like the last thing I'd be expecting somebody to be shouting.
Firstly, in my head, I'm like, "What the fuck you talk? If your daughter's going to Disney, why have you not already paid for this? Why are you paying this on the day?"
Yeah, that is ridiculous. You gotta plan that
First-
crap ahead of time.
Firstly, the story is retarded. So I'm like, dude, I'm linking because I have the woman on the phone on Skype as well. Because everyone in our company is Skype, and I'm messaging her like, "Yo, this dude's kicking off. Fuck, this guy's not gonna let go." Because basically, she was allowing me to release £170, which is most of it.
Mhm.
And I try to relay that to him, and he's like, "You fucking give me 170. I'm gonna fucking get my truck and drive to the fucking front of this building." I'm like,
Yikes!
and
Yikes!
so I'm like, the man, the woman on the phone's just like, "All right, hand me over," and I'm like, "You sure? Get ready." And then I give it to the phone the second the phone. Like I said, he's been pretty irate, but like the second I hand the phone, he's like, "No, you fucking bitch, this isn't fucking enough." You know what? Fuck you and your Mickey Mouse. Funny he said Mickey Mouse because he's going to fucking Disneyland.
He just really had
Mickey
Disney on his mind, dude.
Yeah,
He's talking about driving his truck through the front and fucking mowing down all the stuff. I'm like,
Oh my
"Uh-oh."
gosh.
And the woman on the phone must have been like, "Are you making threats?" And because that's when he goes, "Nah, this isn't a fucking threat. This is a promise." And I'm like, and
just
that's
losing it
one of my
'cause
favorite phrases of all.
It's a great.
yeah,
That's my
yeah, it is a
cheek to
good
cheek.
phrase.
And he's fucking kicking the fuck off. So after facing so much abuse over the phone, she answered back. I'm like, "Yeah." I linked her, link being Skype, like I told you. And she's like, "Well, there's nothing I can do. If he wants £170, give it to him. If not," so I'm trying to calmly express it to him. And like I said, he's been pretty reasonable with me, right?
Yeah.
He's been violent speech-wise, but he's been pretty reasonable to me. So I'm like, "Okay, cool."
It-
I'm like,
It's just like I'm just
Person-
imagining he's sitting there and just like literally anybody around him. He's just shouting, "My daughter's going to Disney World. Listen here, you Mickey Mouse fuck." Second talks to you. "Oh yeah. You see, no problem." And then in second, like somebody else walks by, he goes, "Listen here, you fucking dumb motherfucker."
mind you, while he's flipping his shit on the phone, Shane's like hovers by and kind of whispers to me like, "You know the dress code, right?" Because we have like
You know I
code
want
words that
to
we can
have
use.
sex with you, right?
And I'm
That's what
like,
he said?
kind of thumbs up. I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine." Because I'm like, I don't care. But I like irate customers. When customers started throwing down, I'd fucking fight. It'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
But,
that's pretty cool.
So he started being like, "God, this fucking running or he's not going to suffer the fucking emotional trauma because of you guys." I'm like, "Oh no." Like, "Oh, that's really upsetting." That's like some bullshit. Meanwhile, Shane's slowly hovering around. He's just adjusting the pens on an adjacent desk, right?
Wait, he's slowly hopping around. It sounds like he's an 85-year-old man. Like, I've got to deal
No,
with this.
hovering. Like he's just in the general area.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, hovering. Okay.
He's doing that levitation shit. You know?
Whoa.
He's just
He's activated his mirror, so he's just
Sweet.
adjusting the pens around. And then he's being like, "No, I'm not gonna fucking leave. I will stay here till fucking close. I will park my truck in front of these front doors so you guys can't fucking leave." He starts like swearing, and then this is where Shane steps in. Mind you, everyone who doesn't know, I fucking hate Shane. He's my boss. I fucking hate him.
it's like you don't even care that you're using his name. Just fucking hate him.
That dude. And then he comes up like,
Shane
"No,
is
you're
not his real name in real life. That is
Yeah.
a code name we've created for you, the viewer. His name
Well, yeah,
is
so-
definitely not Shane.
Well,
Yeah,
funny
it's,
is- okay, so
it's
he steps.
Sean.
Yeah. Oh, we just leave. Real name. Oh, so
No,
he comes
no,
over.
no.
He's like, no, you're not gonna talk to my staff member like that." It's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he gets a like right up in his face. "You're not gonna talk to me like some kind of fucking dickhead." Like
Whoa.
proper, like square. Mind you, Shane is a big guy. He's like 6'5". And this guy's maybe like 5'11". He's getting right up in his face, but he's getting like properly like violent and like aggressive. He's probably like, "You're not gonna fucking talk to me like some kind of fucking dickhead. You're a you wait till your shift is over. I'm gonna be fucking here. I'm gonna fucking." He's like all sorts of threats, and he just like starts walking away. He's like, "Imran, please move yourself from here." And you, I'm laughing. Like, I'm turning my head the other way because I can't stop smiling. The fact that he's fucking threatening Shane's life is hilarious to me.
Oh, IDs. That's not
Well,
cool.
the funniest thing is when he walks away to say like, "Oh, I'm call the police." The funniest thing is he walks away. The customer walks to another desk, sits up at the desk, feet up on the desk, grabs the phone. I'll call him my fucking self. What's the number? 101, you dickhead. Just a friend. What? I'll call him myself. Is it 101? You fucking dickhead. It was just so funny. I'm like actually laughing. Mind you, everyone in the bank is look. So yeah, we do call the police. And there's like a family on the other side, and he goes up to the family and starts banging on the table because they're opening an account. He's like, "Don't open an account for these guys." I can't remember what he said, but he's like, "This mother is clutching her child for like safety." Well, this guy's like pounding his fist on the desk.
Yikes.
that part's like a really actually yikes moment.
Yeah.
Because I like it's like literally him just feeling about at literally everybody and that ready to fucking like slit your boss's throat. That's funny, but though, but like if he's gonna like potentially cave in a child's skull, that's that's actually a problem.
Look, he just looked at the kid and was like, "I appreciate it if you got your nose, yes." Back
Amazing.
But yeah, so
they tried calling the cops. What happened afterwards?
when I looked at the traumatized child, poor baby.
Oh.
But so basically, yeah. So he starts like pitching. Like I said, he sits up at the desk with his feet up, and he sees us like actually on the phone. Then you want to know the funniest thing about it though? So the police come, they do a thing. They said they've got like a dispatch car in the area if he comes at the end of shift. They're like the police arrive and they're just kind of there in case he comes back. And what's funny is he went to the Midsummer branch, which is where I used to work, and he withdrew the £170, which is hilarious. So clearly that wasn't enough.
So wait, hold on a second. Sorry, did I misunderstand? So basically, here he dealt with like so much bullshit to the point where like he caused such a scene that the cops even came in at this branch. But then he just went to another branch, and then the other branch was like, "Oh yeah, no, here it is. Oh, thank you." And it's just like a simple, very quick.
What?
He was, like I said, he was sat with me for 2 hours because the first hour was not civil. He was pissed, but he was relatively civil. It was once we did the call with the head office team where things started kicking up. It was so, like I said, the fact he was squaring up to Shane and like swearing in his face and threatening. I was just turning my head the other way because I couldn't stop grinning.
Oh man!
And when he started yelling in my face, after he had said it's not a threat, it's a promise, I was too far gone. I was laughing though.
That is really why am I doing this?
One insult that would have been really funny if he said to your boss was that you want a fucking vibe check as he says clenching his fist.
That would have been great. Oh man, it was such a funny experience.
That's a great
yeah. And you know that's going also make Callan another $10 off of YouTube.
Guys? IDs held on to that one for a while just so you guys could hear it. So you should.
And no, I don't think anyone even cares. They're all just like, "Hey, Callan, you got a brick thing?"
Oh yeah.
Callan,
does anybody even like Vaki? Yeah, we do. Shut up, Metacritical.
Yeah, Metacritical. We appreciate it if you went back upstairs and fuckers.
Yeah. Get out of here, Metacritical. Nobody likes you.
Just saying, Jules, it's a joke. Yeah, have you seen the new Callan Lilith? I mean, not Callan Lilith, the IDs 5621 video. You should watch it, dude. Yeah. It's funny, joke, poopy, funny. Anyway, my phone is literally on 1% charge, and I need to eat Dan. So
alrighty, dude. Yeah, you have a good one, Cage.
I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna dip out of this one. I'll join back. Maybe Crusader will be here, speaking some alt-right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him he needs to Skype. Unfortunately,
actually, yeah, ask him to join.
Yeah,
Sean Fox appreciated it. I want to know the funniest thing. After all that, I didn't take his name throughout the whole drama. I didn't pay attention. The customer's name was also Shane.
The irony. Wait, you by also Shane, you mean the customer's real name was Shane, but your boss's name is not actually Shane. That's a code name. Yeah.
In fact, the customer's name was not Shane. It was just that code name just matched up.
What's also funnier too is that the police officer who came in also named Shane.
Yeah, oh.
My dad.
And the guy Shane. My middle name's Shane. My favorite YouTuber, not Shane. He sucks.
The name of your local dad, Shane.
Where is my phone?
My favorite Batman build, Bane. I'm
The
leaving.
house is a window pane.
Just gonna stand there and watch me burn.
Yeah, the thing I feel, the discomfort that goes beyond discomfort, pain.
It's true.
I'm gonna try
Yeah, bye.
and message Crusader on Discord and tell him to set up a Skype and send me an invite because. Oh wait, I deleted Discord on this phone. Brilliant.
Damn, Yeezy and Hove, where the hell you been?
Uh,
Talking real stuntman.
Stuntman? Who?
Did Cage leave?
I think he did.
No.
Oh
Rest in-
well. Yep. Well.
Have you seen Dank Themes Lego Rewaned? Oh, that means that you're a Nikon Aqua Magna fan.
Oh. No. Yeah, I've had limited experience with that guy. He seems nice, but I don't know. I'm not a particular fan. I do recall he made like a big video explaining in detail why Bionicle ended, and it once again it falls back to the kids just don't play with toys anymore. They don't like action figures. They play with video games.
That's just not untrue.
You should be on Discord more. I would if I cared about it, but I don't.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And alas, we actually tried to run this stream through Discord. That was our part of our second attempt. But alas, it's IDS has problems on his end. So blame him. He's too important to these streams. I even have in my description, I checked my description on my second channel where I have the playlist. It says where Callan and IDS stream and with occasional other guests. So at the time I left Larnuu out of that, which wasn't because Larnuu's not one of our circle or one of our good pals. It's just because at the time he was still going to school when I made that playlist. So
Have I even not been in a stream so far?
huh?
Have I even not been in a stream so far?
I made streams without you, but I did one that was really boring. But I don't think there's ever been a stream with someone else that you weren't in. And that's an intentional choice because you bring all the laughs and giggles. Lego Ideas Dakota Project, it's over 9,000. And that wasn't even me trying to do a meme.
But it's not good, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we might as well talk about that briefly. IDS, why don't you like
which
it, though?
which one is the Sakura one? I don't know which
Dakota
one
is the one with it's the 3 different scenes: the Manui robots fighting, the Matora sacrifice.
Is, right, the Modern robots fighting, well, that is the finale, is not an iconic moment. Let's be real.
It's not.
In the overall story from Bionicle, that's not an iconic moment. Even though it's the ending, it's not an iconic moment.
Nope.
In fact, I love the robot twist. 2008's robot twist, fantastic. Robots fighting ended up being really lame and didn't make any sense. If 2 robots were fighting on the planet of Baramagda, there would be earthquakes and tremors and mass destruction. The fact that everyone's just okay and running around on the ground makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
The fact that despite no one knowing it was a big robot for years, they all finally find an escape hatch and just pop out to meet Gresh. It's like, that's fucking stupid.
Sense, dude. Why you... You're just a hater, dude.
G2 was basically SpongeBob season 6, except yeah, that's pretty fucking accurate.
I don't think it should be promoted as a toy line anymore. That is honestly my hope, that at some point the franchise-driven nuttiness of Hollywood will just be like, Warner Brothers will be like, we should try and do a Bionicle thing just as a risk. Someone
should do it. I mean, think about it. Warner Brothers doesn't have a movie franchise. All the Lego movies past Lego Batman have fucking sucked. It's just like, just do a series one.
And the DC movies, they've got some success with the Joker, but it's not a universe. And they do have the Aquaman made tons of money, but I don't know. They're not moving forward in a way that's really going to work well for them as a universe.
Because DC is not working as a franchise per se. It's working as individual films. That franchise element of it fucking sucks. The Harry Potter stuff fucking sucks. Did the last one even do well?
The last one. No, I don't think the Fantastic Beast one. I think it did okay, but I don't think it did any good numbers.
Something about like Fantastic Beasts and the Gringotts Bankers. Like, who the fuck cares, dude?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. No.
I would not want Hollywood to do. Yeah, I want ancient Hollywood to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just put a comment for Crusader if he wants to join because I can't be looking for him for 45 minutes. If he still is interested, he's got to reach out because I want to build, dude, and I also want to hear. Do you want to wait on your other story so you can?
I can do.
Huh?
Once again, I almost hope Crusader joins because I'm not be here for that much longer either. Like,
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that we were. Gosh, we spent so much time getting ready for this thing that it's flying by. Thankfully, I have gotten a little bit of progress with this Exo Toa, so that's good. I got the base, torso, quite a bit done, so that's good. Unfortunately, this is not a 100% complete Exo Toa. When I bought this, it was missing a lot of pieces, so I shortly after recollected a bunch of them on Bricklink.
What was missing?
The tubes, a lot of the like gray Technic beam pieces. Some of them were missing in certain forms. In fact, the clicky leg joints. I ended up borrowing a couple of them from a spare Makuta I have because I didn't have enough of those. So I'm gonna have to try and get more of those as well. But I'm waiting to see the mock. This isn't a mock. I'm building the Exo Toa. Oh, here. And since Cage left, I'm going to pull him out of the... He's gone. He's over. Pull him out of our camera view. But yeah, so I ended up recollecting a lot of the pieces on Bricklink, but the main two pieces I didn't get were these two orange... they're called a perpendicular split on Bricklink, oddly enough. Here, I'll show them on the camera. They're these things. I don't know if you can see that idea.
Yep.
Two of these come in orange, and they sell them on Bricklink. They're kind of expensive and not in a ton of stores. So
they're probably going to get cheaper because that Technic set I saw today, I'm pretty sure I had them in orange as well.
Yeah, they are. That's the thing. They're getting more now, surprisingly, all of a sudden. It's been years, but now they're making more of them. So that's cool. One thing I would like to see is a hand-drawn Bionicle movie, and more villains with depth to them other than I'm evil because I can, like the Paraka. What? The Paraka aren't just I'm evil because I can. They're just selfish bastards. That's what makes them fun. They're not just evil. They're just they want to get the Mask of Life because they want to sell it off, don't they? Isn't that kind of... Or what do they want to do with the... Can you make the count and IDs?
Yeah, exactly. They're just selfish. And then,
yeah, I don't think of them as just generic bad guys. I understand what you mean in terms of like wanting like a really interesting motivation, I guess. But you know,
I'm trying to think what villains have depth. By that metric, what villains have depth in Bionicle? Really, if you want to say that Makuta is just I'm evil because I'm evil.
Yeah,
they really removed They kept him kind of a mystical mystery. You could have had it like, oh, it's revenge on his brother, because the original story is, oh, he is jealous of the adoration his brother has, and in the end, it's just, I'm evil because I'm evil.
Yep, his heart's black and on Cheetle, right?
Yeah. The Borok Carl are driven by the motive of the swarm, but they are like their own individual assholes as well. The Vaki are just police brutality. The Zarak are just Barahi. But Baraki, if you want to say Baraki, have motivations. They're evil.
But they're not that interesting either.
They're evil to be evil. Alec hates Matoran.
Honestly, in terms of having an interesting motivation, honestly, the best thing they got is what's his name? Makuta is in Mask of Light, having kind of a weird dynamic. Them writing it as more of a emotional,
yeah, he's like there's like an understanding between them that perhaps the Matoran don't understand. That's interesting.
Yeah,
so
that's why Thanos is cool too, because he's doing what he sees as necessary, even though everyone else is too misguided to.
Yeah, it's like he has a higher motive. That's what's cool. But instead, it's just I'm evil.
And you could say maybe it's underdeveloped because it's only basically a line in that movie, but it's.
I don't know. But keeping it mysterious just by keeping him mysterious makes it interesting.
Callan F. They are Fu Zaktan Navak. They are just constantly betrayal. There was a little too much of that in some of the narrative in terms of them betraying each other like all the time. But I think some of that's good. I like the fact that they're like scheming.
Yeah, but that means they're not evil. They're just selfish.
Exactly.
They're all just guys are like out for themselves. Like it's not just I want to take over the world. It's just I'm a cunt.
You're talking about the main story though, Yudron. Makuta Pterodax sadly only has implied jealousy to him, as in it's often tied into interpretation when you consider that to be personality trait of him. That's more so the actual direct.
Well, I don't know. I think does that not come across in the Taraga's telling, which is originally the story of Makuta?
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're right. Jealousy overtook him or whatever. But to be fair, you could also see that as like a different perspectives kind of thing. That's the legend they tell the Matoran, and then when we see Makuta,
that's why it's cool to have. It's like a propaganda thing.
Yeah,
this is what they believe, but this is what he believes.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's neat. That's very neat. You got they just believe he wants to be Motunui, but he wants to protect Motunui. And that's a cool dynamic. That's a cool idea. T-pose Callan. I did it. He is T-posing. Are you happy now? I don't know why I give you guys what you want. You never did anything for me. Actually, you watched my videos.
Yeah, Doc was the best Baraka. I agree. He was my favorite.
Doc was the best Baraka. He is really cool. Wait, okay, on Skype. Is that window still open? Oh, it is. Let's close that sidebar. Yeah, it's due to his sly comments about everything. Yeah, he's a sneaky guy. I honestly need to go back and actually read all the books with the Baraka. I never properly read all of those 2006 story, and I think that would be cool because those guys are good. Be gone, Bach. You're so fun.
I feel like I'm getting the comments later than you. I don't see a lot of these ones.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have a tab now where basically I can like run, and thankfully it's set up on YouTube where I can just end the stream from the tab that I'm seeing everything happen on, so I can watch the video back as it's delayed, and I can turn off everything, and I can also see the comments as they come in. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, YouTube, for that, at least. If only OBS was kinder to me today. Because I knew I had it figured out. And sure enough, here we did get it done, eventually figured out. But OBS was just giving me the runaround today. Oh, well. Yeah, alas, I guess maybe we should have been more committed to Crusader when he actually left a comment.
Yeah, because I'm kind of waiting, because I might need to go maybe in like 15 minutes, so I'm hoping he joins, so I'm not just leaving you out to dry.
Yeah, that would be nice. But we could keep this one just a bit shorter, I guess.
Yeah, now we know fact the new thing is completely figured out.
Yeah. One thing, but this is a good test though to get things started and to get this build out of the way, because IDs and I and Cage have also talked about doing some other fun things like Cards Against Humanity packs with like Onipex and Pals and Bionicle stuff, and maybe try and play a game of those on stream. See if you guys have any fun ideas, or maybe we could even do one where we just created a pack and you guys could contribute, maybe. I don't know. Just throwing these things out there for the future, maybe. No, nothing is certain.
Just a few Yodron, micros.
Just a few micro penises here. I have bought Tanak and Korak for $10. Is that a good deal? It's not a bad deal. You got two of them.
Two Korak. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can get lots and lots of things for like $40 and technically come out with better deal, but no, if we're getting just two figures alone, that's not bad. From all the arcs in Bionicle, I love most Mari because the Matoran are in the lead and not the Tomato. We all know we all know, and not the Tomato. We all know. Okay, I read it all wrong.
Wait, because I'm sure being in the UK has nothing to do with it. To do with what?
What? What are you talking about?
Purple said, I'm sure.
Oh. Okay, he said that, but what does that mean? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what he's referring to.
Explain yourself, Purple Boy.
Naru.
Yeah, it sounds like something that I would say just derogatory. That's actually his username. One of the cards just says Takua. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that
use these
would work
mocks.
in terms
You
of-
realize, Mr. Creep, he's not building a mock. He's just building the Exo Toa, right?
Yeah. This is I've acquired a lot of the pieces here to build it, so I'm just building it. I have 3 copper hooner. Woo! Why did I react like that?
I don't know what I've been told.
What have you been told, IDs? Have you been told that the AIDS epidemic's coming back?
I hope so.
But why? Are you trying? Are
Infant
you?
population. I'm a big proponent of the viral
You want to
infection.
get rid of all those cool gay people, dudes? Like, what's your problem?
It's a diverse disease that affects everyone.
That's true. It can affect everyone. It's very, very good point. But you don't have any kind of problem with those guys, do you? I mean,
I love them.
What say if one of them was your enemy, but he used to be your friend, and then you squashed the beef, and it came out that he was homosexual. Would you have any certain reactions?
Like to his hands, would I touch them?
Yeah, like, exactly. Would you like shake his hand? You know, as a good friend.
I have to consult my pastor, DMX.
Oh, he seems like a good guy. I listened to a sermon of his online recently, and
I think he's like legit been like. I literally had the word in my mouth. Ordained.
Yeah, there's a word. Ordained. That's the word.
So,
That's
like, literally.
cool. Wait, like that's not even a joke?
Nope.
That's funny. I want a wedding from DMX. That'd be awesome.
Sweet.
IDs, you need to reach out to him for your wedding.
When the cake doesn't arrive, where the food at? It's really bad.
That's
It's so bad.
yeah. Come on, dude. What do you think? He's like a real big fatty or something? Why are
He's
you
a
insulting his integrity? He'd be primarily concerned with giving a good wedding to his people who he loves, as opposed.
What if someone asked him to bake him a cake?
What if someone asked him to bake them? Wait, like his friend asked him to bake them a cake? Is that what you're asking?
No, like a couple came to him and said, "Can you bake us a cake for our wedding?"
Oh, okay. I think he would probably just put a hand up and walk away. I don't know. I mean, I can't speak for him. He might have changed his mind on these things. He's a good progressive, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I have them from Lowe's Parts that I bait for $5. Thank you, Kopek. Do you think Toad Lime only closed his channel because he broke all of his joints? That is the worst joke, Yadron. I would want, honestly, that if you didn't make the Bum and the Hungry, I would ban you from this channel like right now. That's the only
The Bum
thing
and the Hungry
stopping
is
me,
one of the
dude.
best. Bum and the Hungry is goat material.
Yadron, if you want to get in my good graces again, you need to make the Bum and the Hungry too. Like, ASAP. Come on, dude. You know you want to. But yeah, it's got to be a good concept, though. I don't want no meme off of the fact that I'm banning you here. I want an original plot. I want the bum to. Yes, can you help me here? We need to come up with a good idea for the Bum and the Hungry too. So it obviously stars the bum, and obviously he's not well fed. We know these things. This is pre-established lore. How do we move on from here? How do we keep his story fresh? You know,
That's a lot of pressure.
it is a lot of pressure. I understand that.
The Hungry is up in the Smithsonian.
Huh?
Bum and the Hungry is displayed in the Smithsonian, so
That's true.
it has to be a worthy follow-up.
Yeah.
How old are people? Because I'm 14.
Wow. Yes, you're 14.
No, Kopek 2001 is 14.
Wow, that's pretty
That's
cool.
crazy.
I wish I was 14 again, because then I could make cringy Bionicle videos that IDS would tell me are great, because he'd also be like 15 at the time, and he'd be a really nice person.
Was I making Bionicle videos at 15?
Yeah, I think so. Come on. When is the origin of?
I started making videos in 2009.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Dude, if I started in 2011, yeah, you were definitely 14 by the time you started, or before, I don't know.
Was it 2009? Yeah, I think when I say making videos, I'd made a video. I wasn't like starting a series or anything. 2009, just like I'd made and shit.
Yeah. Ugh. But anyway, we've gotten off base. Come on, I'm not gonna take that weak excuse, IDS. You have to come up with no, not you alone. I'm gonna help you here.
Where's Yodron?
Where's
Yodron? You're contributing to this.
Yeah, he apparently was very offended, or at least the comments would suggest, because he hasn't commented since.
He fled.
He fled the scene.
I'm the only 14-year-old fan.
He's the only one. Come on, dude. Don't be that self-obsessed.
He killed the rest.
That would actually be really sick. Just having like a whole. Can that be the plot of the Bum and the Hungry 2? The bum runs into a crazy 14-year-old maniac who's like going around killing all Bionicle fans under the age of like 16 or something. I'm the only. I mean, I guess he's saying he's the only 14-year-old fan, so I guess it's explicitly only 14-year-olds. Yes. Well,
Kian Goza is 13. Well, how did you guys get into it?
Yeah, that is curious. Please let us know, because
did you like for real? Did you get into G2 or what?
Yeah, that's probably what happened. They probably saw Oprah Winfrey promoting Bionicle on her TV show, and they thought, this looks sick.
How is everyone here 14? Caleb, what?
Yeah, I don't get that either. Like, shouldn't there be some 8-year-olds here that are really shocked at us swearing? Well, not me swearing. I'm a good Christian child.
And actually debating how you do a second one.
Huh?
You need to make it more bumbly and more hungry.
I agree. Yes, there needs to be an evolution there. He needs to be kind of like Luke in The Last Jedi, where it's been so long since we've seen him. He's like a completely different character. This time the bum is like, maybe in the original he was a bit more compassionate to his fellow man. This time the bum is like hanging out right dumpsters with like Brock from Old and Palace. Things have really changed for him, and he's just he needs an arc. That's his arc in The Bum and the Hungry 2. He decides that he's done being a shell of his former self, and he's gonna.
Okay, so Sean Fox got in. So Sean Fox got into G2. Interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you? Are you generally a fan of G2, or did you like? I don't know why this has become like a psychoanalysis of this 14-year-old kid, but
Go back to Lee Rack at a yard sale and loved it. Cool, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Not that it's worse that you found Bionicle through G2. I mean, you can't help that Bionicle wasn't being promoted, or that you were too young to get into it before then. But it is definitely disappointing in our opinions that you had such an inferior project.
Jeffrey got through his older brothers had loaded the Mara Nuva sets. Kian Goza got Skull Basher, and I watched Scorpion. Cool.
I hope that one day Josiah will share my love of Bionicle. That way, maybe if I can, if I feel the need to kill myself, I can just give him. No, he'll take care of them, as opposed to being in some kind of shelf. I'm just kidding, guys. But in all seriousness, if I ever did just need to throw all these things out, it would be nice to know someone who cared about them would be taking care of them. Because I wouldn't want to give them to IDS. Because he'd probably... the moment I give IDS all my Bionicles, IDS burns them all himself, too. He's like, if you're quitting this crap, no, you're not beating me to the punch on this.
Exactly. God damn it.
But G2 is kind of a combination between Hero Factory and Bionicle. Wait. Oh. If I guess he's saying that like they look a little bit like the original Toa, and they also have the same problem as the original Hero Factory, and that they're
Vibe check.
from the back. Why are you back?
Wait, who?
Cage just said mic check.
No, I said vibe check.
Oh,
Cage.
That sounded just like Cage. What the heck?
It was me.
You faked me out, dude. Why'd you do that? Now I'm feeling all sad because I thought my friend was back.
Sorry, Brady.
I wanted to hang out with my good friend Cage, who I
you
you guys had all these fun stories. I didn't tell my fun story of hanging out with Cage. Oh wait, we actually streamed a whole stream where I hung out with Cage. So.
Yep. And then you made multiple collab videos.
Yeah.
Which we didn't.
What am I complaining about? What am I complaining about? I'm not complaining about anything. I'm happy. I'm just to be alive with my good friend Jalocum. We need to get iDs. I think Jalocum messaged me on Skype. Let's add him in.
Did he? Nice.
No. If he did, though, I would add him. He'd be like, "Hey guys, let's. I have a new comic build I'm doing. You wanna hear my impression of the Tahu character? I play Tahu," and he says, "Fire consumes all."
We're getting that was a really good impression of Jalocum, a good impression of Tahu.
Thank you.
Also, there is Yadron has come up with a plot for Bum and the Hungry too.
Okay, I've actually planned some sort of character arc for one of the protagonists of the Bum and the Hungry. One of them is Makuta, who's only capable of mind manipulation. Oh, okay, I like that. Thank you for helping us with the lore there, because this Makuta of mind manipulation presumably has, used it in the past rather irresponsibly. Mind manipulation, you can do a lot with that. Let's just say if this Makuta's name was Bill Cosby, he wouldn't be using any other...
Makuta Turner.
Makuta Turner found a woman at a party and thought that maybe they should go hang out sometime. My new impression sounded more like Garen.
Hey, puta.
Let's keep this between me and you, dude.
Blow sperm out your nostrils.
Everywhere that I go ain't the same as before. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go down, Moses.
Let my people go. Count on. You don't know how hard it is to be a Matoran in Poland. Is it really that hard? But you're a cold Matoran. Isn't it kind of cold in Poland? Kopek. Makuta is
you
a
would make
lazy...
a mock out of Skull Basher, Skull Slice, or Skull Scorpio. What would you name it, and how would you make it?
The Pakuta pushes work on everyone else. Okay. So he's a slave driver, basically. I like this. The bum sees that the Makuta's doing this stuff, and he's not having it. The bum is too mentally strong to fall for this Makuta's tricks, if you know what I'm saying.
Nerd line.
I know you want it.
Bum and the Hungry.
I'm gonna make a trailer for the Bum and the Hungry too when I play the Blurred song.
Marvin Gaye will sue you if you do that.
Oh no, not him. His estate. His dad murdered him. Don't you know?
Yeah, and his remains will sue you.
IDS, how would it make you feel if you were like animating something in your house one day, and your dad came in asking you to borrow money? He just bursts through the door and says he needs a few pounds, and you're like, "No, I've given you so much of the money I make from my bank job, and I'm not helping you anymore." Then he just shoots you point blank.
He's happy dead.
Huh? You wouldn't do anything because you'd be dead. What if he hits you he hits you in a spot that looks very lethal, but it wasn't very lethal at all. So you kind of you could fake dead for a moment. Do you fake being dead, or do you take advantage of the fact that you still got all that adrenaline in your system, You've just been shot. You're still awake.
I'd use my adrenaline momentum to just fucking overpower him. Like, time is now, old man. Just beat the shit out of him.
I like the fact you're talking so bluntly about this as your dad. I just like the casual thought of, yeah, my dad beat the shit. I mean, it makes sense. He was asking for it. I mean, he literally shot you, so you're not in any way unjustified here. And of course, your real father would never ever do this. But
yeah,
maybe you just maybe sometime in the next 10 years or so, when you become super famous and wealthy, at least, you have like a new adopted dad who's very entitled. So maybe that guy comes in and demands more money.
Well,
from him.
if his bum remains hungry, or maybe satiate that hunger.
Wait. What do you mean by that?
You know.
So yeah, that makes sense. The bum gets killed by his father, and that's the end of this. Like, does the bum stand up to his father with this?
The father is hungry for money.
I like that idea too as well. The fact that his father is probably like an actual mature adult finds his bum son. It's like, I really need money. Give me money, you homeless loser. Oh. And then the bum's like, no, Dad, never. There's a Taehing story. Once upon a time, you died in the end. What does that mean? A Taehing? I need more information. Serenade me, my lovies. Hello, PJ. Well, there are not some good sales, but no full sets on Bricklink. When you have the equivalent of set price for single... Oh, was someone talking about some set they were looking for? I don't know.
I think he was trying to get McTorn in Poland and also Hey PJ.
Oh. Honestly, I still am missing Maku from the original. I have 4 Exo Toa now, and I don't have a single Maku McTorn. And I'm not trying to brag there. I'm sorry. I'm just...
I have Kongu and Neparu. That's it.
There's a hate.
In terms of McTorn.
The guy... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really confused by this, Kopek. You deleted your last comment that had weird errors in it that we couldn't understand. And then you reposted the comment with the errors.
I think with more errors.
To be mean.
Well, I think with more errors, because Upon a Time spelled correctly before.
Yeah, the Once Upon a... Yeah, I think that was spelled right before. Not to be mean, Kopek, but come on. You're better than this. We love you, and we expect... We're like your 2 gay dads. We just want the best for you. And if you don't deliver, we're going to beat you. Which mock you made is your favorite beside Callan Toa Fire?
Nani?
Probably my Pohatu, actually. I really like my Pohatu. Yeah, he's got a couple of little problems I might need to fix at some point. But if I were to... I've thought about doing some reworkings of all of my Toamata since it's been like 7 years since I built them. Which is really ugly. But the one I'd probably change the least is Pohatu. Yes. Ome wo mo shindiru. Dad. Nani? You did that really well. Nani? I don't even like the anime music. Both protagonists are female. Oh, okay. The bum is a woman. Bum is a woman. Can we get an Ariana Grande? Can we get an Ariana Grande song? Bum is a woman. Bum is a woman. I would get a kick out of it. Okay. Or is the bum not the protagonist of his own story? Is this kind of like The Last Jedi, where Luke's not the main character, even though he's the Last Jedi? I know that actually it's Rey. Whatever. That movie sucked. I don't know why I keep bringing it up. It's always about the McTorn. By the way, there's a Maku on sale. Oh, I'm not gonna buy a Maku from the UK. It doesn't make any sense. Is Biotube Stalker always watching? He's not in the stream right now, unless you think Mr. Creep is creepy Biotube Stalker. Maybe he's going by a pseudonym. Maybe Poop is his pseudonym. If you had to come up with a pseudonym, If you had to
Sudafed.
come up with a pseudonym in the next 5 seconds, IDS, what would it be?
Poop.
That's not very original.
Sorry, dude.
but you know, that's also not very well thought out in the future. Like, every time you sign your name to approve someone's banking transaction, you just write poop.
Nope.
I wonder if they would
That's right.
appreciate that.
Can you imagine what the fucking idiot line is that anyway? Poop is my pseudonym.
Wait, what?
Poop is my pseudonym.
Yeah,
It's pretty fucking stupid line.
No, it's a good line. Don't ever insult it again, sir. If you make fun of my dad Eminem ever again, I'm gonna punch the world in the freaking face right now.
Anaru.
Baku says it's time to make love canon. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Anaru, you have such good jokes.
I hope you don't get mad at me because I told him he was a freak. He said
IDS,
he wanted to-
stop doing your Cage impression. You're faking me out.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, little Juan Sanchez.
IDS, stop it. Stop it, IDS. He's not here.
He's not real.
He's a
Like
ghost. He
Obama.
died 20 years ago.
His pseudonym was poop. Damn.
I really wanted the version of that song. The full version.
About
drove
to
his
feel the
car
wrath
over a
of
bridge.
aftermath.
He drove his car over a bridge, and in the back seat they found some poop, but they didn't say who it was.
God. I'm just taking a shit in the backseat.
Oh,
Do you mean like
sorry,
in the
guys.
trunk, or do you mean like in
No, in the back
like,
seat. Someone was in the back seat and they left a little speckle of poop there. Oh,
Don't say speckle. We're
speckle.
talking about this.
Well, there was poop spackled all over the seat, and then the main course meal was sitting on the floor in front of the seat.
Listen here. I can kind of understand like taking a shit in the trunk.
Okay.
Like maybe if you had put it in a plastic bag and you just tossed it back there, but back seat, you're a fucking psycho.
Bussy boy.
Okay. Please explain. What's okay? So, what if? Are you saying this just because the assumption is that people generally sit in the back seat of someone's car a lot more than they would use the trunk? Is that what you're saying? That's your justification for this man's actions, Cage?
Well, yeah, and also, I mean, there's circumstances where you're kind of a little bit like, it's like, damn, I need to take a shit, but like, there's no convenient spot for it.
Yeah, I'm driving a car and I need to poop. I'm not going to stop on the side of some road and poop and make someone else deal with it. I'm going to make inconvenience myself in the future by pooping in my own car. So I can.
Well, hold on. I said very specifically, poop in a plastic bag, toss it in the trunk, okay?
So if they don't poop in the bag. But even still, you're driving a car. You can go out anywhere and find like a trash can or anywhere to just throw that bag of poop.
I'm not saying it's a smart idea. I'm just saying that you can still be
forgiving.
I'm not saying it's a smart idea. I'm saying you can still be a reasonable and functioning human being if you shat in a bag and put it in your trunk. But if you have any poop in the backseat of your car, that you just chose, I'm just going to put
You're
poop in
still
the bag or not.
huge idiot, dude. How are you a normal human being?
This is the difference between
You're like one of the biggest morons on the planet. Oh, I'm going to take a poop in this bag, and then I'm going to put the bag in my trunk.
And listen, and I agree that's stupid, but what I'm saying is if somebody told me, I pooped in a bag and put it in the trunk of my car to toss away later, like, I'd still talk to that person. But if somebody's like, I just took a dump in the back seat, like, I'd be like, I'm never talking to you again in my life.
That would be enough to end a friendship with, like, someone you might have known for years on end. Just the difference between, I just pooped in the back seat or I pooped in a bag and left it in my car. That's going to end a friendship.
I mean, am I wrong?
I don't know how wrong you are, honestly, because there is a lot of justification there. But
what if it was like and the back seat?
Huh?
What if it's in a bag and then in the back seat?
Okay, that's
I still think that's a little too much. I'm like, just use the fucking trunk, man. Like, yeah.
I
It's
think
like,
Cage would continue pretenses with this person
But,
if that were the
but you'd have to get out of your car to put it in the boot, right? When you get out of your car, just leave it at the side of the road. The back seat, you could just fling it.
Exactly.
okay, but at the same time though, if you're driving somebody like who has a truck like me, where like basically the back seat and the trunk is basically all connected within the car. Like if the bag, like I could toss to the trunk from my driver's seat if I wanted to.
Okay, fair enough. Speaking of which,
Yeah,
it has the casing shit is broken, so I can actually just chuck stuff straight into my trunk as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's just it's saying it's like, I mean, again, it's like it's the difference between you're an idiot and you're a psycho. And like, again, like if you're just like, like the trunk, you can disinfect the trunk so much easier than you can disinfect the leather seating of the back seat.
Oh my gosh.
It's that, because I mean, like, you're gonna have to scrub into that fabric leather, and the stains might never leave. While the trunk, it's like that plastic little thing that you put on the floor, and you can just like toss that and you bleach it and put it back in.
I understand the logic of it. You've made a very good case that it makes much more sense to poop in the trunk than in the back seat. Why would you not just poop anywhere else if you're driving a car? Is the car broken down?
And here's the thing: is like maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like maybe there might be circumstances that prevent you from doing so. I don't know what the circumstances are.
Like,
maybe they're valid, maybe they're not.
Okay, please give us one. Like I don't deny that you're right there. I'm sure there is a circumstance where maybe you need to, like, I don't know. There's tons and tons of people around, and like the only way you can take that poop that you really need to take is to hide in the trunk of your car and like put the bag up to your butt and poop, and then just leave it there in the trunk while you then return to. Okay, yeah, I'm imagining in this situation you're at like a fall festival or something, and there's no bathrooms around, and all you have, like, your car is right there. It's pretty close. The parking's pretty good, but there's no bathrooms, and everyone can see basically as far as you go. But like, come on, if you're at a fall festival, there's got to be woods nearby. You could walk far enough away.
What about, like, say, like, I don't know, maybe it's like, you're driving through somewhere, and then, like, it's like, oh yeah, leave poop around, that's gonna fuck up the like the nature environment here. Maybe it's like one of those like nature preserve things that you don't want to ticket.
You're like a liberal guy. Okay.
Yeah, there could be that. Maybe you're driving on a bridge and you're like, damn, I need to pull over and take this shit. But it's not like you have it's like, you can't. There ain't no grass there, and it's not like you're going to try to climb over the bridge rail and just lean your cheeks over so you can shit into the water. That's a bit much.
Yeah.
There's that hypothetical as well.
There's
there's occasional there's also other environments too where maybe you might not necessarily have the privilege of getting into the. There's highways out there with like the big brick walls or like barbed wire stuff that you can't like actually climb the fence and get over to the freedom of the wilderness to take your dump, and you're kind of constructed in the man-made jungle still, so that's where you have to use the plastic bag.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Cage? I was getting a little winded with you, but I could see maybe there being situations where you really do need to just poop.
Yeah. Also, alternatively too, maybe like I'm going to keep in the back of my car just to avoid running the risk of being labeled a sex offender, because if I do outside, that runs that risk.
Okay, but wait. Okay, so but I still, I don't know. I still think you could throw it out somewhere. Like, do you really need to keep that bag on your person if it's in a bag anyway?
I mean, the idea is you have it in the trunk, and then you're going to dispose of it when you have it.
Oh, when you have a bag?
Spot. Yeah, like when you have a place that you can toss it away. Like when you go up to the Waffle House and you have the dumpster, you're just going to go, toss it in the dumpster before you go in and get your waffle.
Spider-Ball says share poops on pigs. IDs?
I completely zoned out.
You weren't invested in our poop conversation? Come on, dude. This is like your favorite topic.
Well, just quickly checking. I could agree with Jamie and Kim. Just place your butt outside the car window.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that because A, you're showing your ass into public. You could get arrested or something. Number two, if you're driving and you're shitting while it's going out the window, you're just gonna have a trail flying behind you.
Say you've just been to like a fucking 7-Eleven or some shit, right? You don't have a bag, but you have like a big gulp like cup. You shit into the big soda cup and seal it off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and where do you put it?
I don't know. You put it in the fucking cup holder because you're gonna chuck it away anyway, right? So you get stopped by the police because you're like, shit, this stinks. I'm gonna drive somewhere to dispose of this quickly. Get stopped by the police. Police like, you were going pretty fast back there, fella. I'm like, yeah. Sorry. They're like, I'm mighty thirsty. Give me a sip of that. They're like, nah, you don't. I'm gonna give you a ticket. You don't give me a sip of that, boy. They're like, here you go.
It's like I just say, sorry, officer, but I am harboring a turd right here. And hand it to him.
You explain that to him?
You don't. It's like no. Don't make your excuses. If you don't want to have a drink, let me know. I'll give you a fucking ticket. Or
yeah, really.
give me a slip of that drink.
I'd be like, slip, fucko, and just say, handing him the cup.
Honestly, though, I actually think I am with Cage in terms of just refusing to give him the drink. Because if worse than that, if you fucking give a guy poop, give him... my swear record's on. But if you feed a police officer poop and he becomes aware of it, he's going to, like, arrest you right there. Better to get the ticket than...
You told him there's poop in the cup. Like, no, you're just saying that so I won't get a drink or a sip.
Yeah, but if that's the assumption he takes away, that he's going to throw the poop out, his assumption is that you are lying to him, and so then he's just going to give you a ticket. That's better than him arresting you because he actually drank poop.
What if you have priors? What if you... I don't know what a ticket would mean.
Yeah, it's like
actually, you could. There's reckless driving. If you drive over a certain speed limit, like if you're driving really, really fast, they can take your license away potentially. So that's like a federal offense.
Okay.
You know what's a federal offense? D's nuts.
No, shut up, Cage. No one likes your D's nuts jokes.
you just got goddamned a little too hard.
No.
That way, Caleb, if you don't make the great poop debate your next animation, I will kill you.
It's gonna be I would, but are you kidding? Like that's a lot to fit in. That's gonna take some serious editing there.
Just make this like the post credits thing. Just like
oh my gosh, that the credits are gonna be 2 minutes long. At least.
Yeah, exactly. Just edit it together. Just the great poop debate.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe I will. I'm not ruling anything out.
Debate versus me the P debate.
Oh man. Oh no. Can I be another video?
Let's have the P. Let's have the P debate.
Pee pee poo poo unsubbed Callan. All right, guys, we're losing subscribers.
Okay, listen here. They weren't good subscribers if they don't think that poo poo and pee pee is funny.
Wait a minute. I can't remember because I was kind of zoning in. Why the fuck do you poop in your car anyway?
I can't even remember how that came up. The original pooping in the car.
I actually legitimately forget. There's something about it. It was something about like somebody like crashing and having poop in the back of his car, and I'm like, "You're a psycho if you have poop in your backseat." Trunk maybe, but backseat no. And then Cal was like, "What's the distinction? Why is that such a big deal?"
Yeah,
and if I say anymore, I'll just be replaying the conversation.
Yeah, well,
you're right.
Yeah.
Spireball says my name is Jowler. Hi, my name is These Nuts. Fuck off. Oh man, we both went to 2005 lines.
Don't be mean to Jowler, okay? Oh poopy, Aiden Martin wrote. It's a good comment, dude.
Oh stinky. Oh, you actually.
He did write that. It evolves. The poop car joke evolves. I like Shaven Ken. He's got some good comments. Would be lovely to see a giant butt hanging out the window. Oh, cool. Luminous is back. He changed his mind.
Okay, let's see.
Oh.
Let's see. Somebody, let's read some comments. Scene Fox says, "What was your first set?" Sorry if someone
It's
has
fucking-
already asked.
Shut
Sure.
up! Don't
Scene
ask me
Fo-
set.
Scene Fox has asked, "What was your first set?" Sorry if somebody already asked this.
It's been asked 400 times throughout the history of my life, dude. But
Yeah.
I love you,
It's-
and I respect
Give
you
him
for
a
wanting
wrong
to
answer.
know.
Give him a wrong answer this
My
time.
first set was Tarduk.
My first
Yeah,
set
man.
was Lezovic 2007.
And my first set was Kina.
Cool. You know, Keena's
Yeah,
gonna be
like-
cameoing in our next video tomorrow. Stay hyped for that, boys.
Oh, kinky.
Oh.
What, Pajanga says, "I know your next, what my next animation is." Okay, so he's animating to poop
Oh
debate, I guess.
no! Oh please don't. It's gonna look like crap.
Somebody said, Copeak
Just kidding, I love
2001
you.
has asked, "Is Jowler McTorn for $20 a good deal?"
No, not at all.
Okay.
Might be able to get
Uh,
the pieces individually on
If
Bricklink.
it's, okay, maybe if it's sealed,
Actually, but to be
I can
fair,
see an argument.
I
but yeah.
rarely ever see McTorn pieces like the bombs and the fucking bodies ever on Bricklink for whatever reason.
You sometimes can find them, but though they can run up to like to maybe even $2 a part sometimes. So you know,
Mm.
You
like,
might still
you know,
probably get the rest of it cheaper than altogether for 20 bucks.
yeah, man, I'm frustrated with my McTorn because like I have all of them, but the two things I'm missing from them is that I don't have all the discs together, and I don't own a Maku disc, and my Kongu's throwing arm is broken, so I need to replace that.
No. Now Kongo can't throw poop at his friend's window that then he has to clean
Oh, no.
up and put in the trunk of his car. Okay. Here's a better question, Cage. Like, what is your first thought if I'm a touring, you're driving by in the countryside, you're having a wonderful time with your new wife, just seeing the breeze, and
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah,
you don't have any cleaning supplies on you or anything, but you just drive by Matoran. His name is Kongu, and he just throws a piece of poop at your car. It's like it's really big too. It's like disc shaped, disc sized, and it hits. It makes a giant mess on your car. And your wife is not happy about this at all. She wants you to drive back and beat the crap out of that little Matoran.
I say, listen, I'm too much of a pussy to fight someone. However, it's reverse and just runs him over and then drives away.
Amazing. Oh,
So it's like I will get
you would murder him?
revenge, but yeah, I'm like I'll get revenge, but I'm just not doing a fair fight on this.
Oh dang, that's terrible. Cage, that's not
It's
nice.
the countryside. It's the countryside. Who's the fuck is gonna know?
And it is a Matoran, so it's not like people have an active database of Kongu.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it's not like humanity is losing anything. I mean, there's multiple Kongus in existence.
No, but like it's a life-sized Kongu. For all you know, this could be the real Kongu. Like the Bionicle story is real. Dude.
Okay, meme aside, if you want to know my sincere response, I'd be like, "What the fuck is happening? Am I having schizophrenia? I have a wife." And then
Cage.
but also like Bionicles are fucking real. I would completely ignore them. I'd be like, hold on, I'm pulling over. It's like I don't care that there's shit on my window. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You're a Bionicle? You're fucking real? Where the fuck is my Nui?
IDs, what's your first reaction if you're driving in the countryside with your wife and poop
think that
hits your
would
car
be
from
a
a
reaction
Matoran?
as well. Holy shit, you're real.
Yeah.
But first you'd have to stop and drive back to see him. Like, you don't know, when you drive back, he's like screaming what sounds like curse words in the Bionicle language, like Matoran's not
wait,
English.
So he flung shit at me and he's cursing.
Yeah, he hates humans. Presumably, he's had some bad experience with somebody
Yeah.
already.
I
that you have no idea about.
I convinced them I'm quote unquote one of the good ones, as you know, the people in the South put it.
So
Yeah.
you
I-
try and
I would
explain
just-
to him.
I just bend him over and fuck him.
How do you know he has a cavity?
He will have a cavity up front.
I also like.
It's from all the sweet love making they're gonna have. His
Oh
teeth
my-
are going to need a good brushing.
Yeah, oh my gosh. You could take it has multiple meanings. Oh no.
Yeah, it'll be
my
very
goodness.
consensual.
Oh, so well,
Well,
that's
they're
fair. You guys
not
answered.
human.
You answered my question.
Robots don't need consent, brother.
I would
They're
rear end him and
violent
bury him alive.
creatures,
Ibex says. Rudaka gave me weird feelings when I was a kid. Spider-Ball says.
Good. Like, embrace those feelings.
Escape weird feelings as a kid.
Okay, so I was like, no, Matt asked, I say you're still watching for Apollo up to Undercover, still devious cliffhanger.
Oh.
Definitely.
Gail, do you
I'll
want to
make it
tell him?
eventually. Just stay off my back, boys. Okay. Chill out with that stuff. Okay.
What gave you the idea of Callan Lord of Fire as a fucking Illumination Television?
I was joining mock pages in 2010, and I wanted to make like a self mock character because a lot of the dumb losers in that community had characters of their own. So I came up with the name Callan, and I thought, what red masks do I have that aren't too iconic? I have the Nuri mask. I'll just go with that, and there we go. You got Callan. And then eventually the Lord of Fire thing developed as I just kind of made him look more cool and overpowered because that was the thing back in the day. There you go. Hopefully that was succinct enough.
Yeah. Spireball said Kitongi moment.
What?
Can we get Spireball said Kitongi moment? Can we get a good old classic Kitongi monkey laugh?
Please, IDS, can you
That's
please
also the
do
noise.
it one
That's
more?
also the noise.
Please do it one more
That-
time, uninterrupted, please.
That will also be the noise Congo will be making when I'm having my way.
Oh no! Oh come on, dude! Don't you want to give Kongu a little bit of a break? I mean, he's presumably had a tough day too. Like I know that he threw a poop disc at your window, but
I'm gonna give him the fucking key to Nongu in a minute.
oh, that's fair.
What sound is it?
Oh no!
Yeah, I used to.
Kongu was you, and I'm a suit, so call me.
Kongu.
Wikitor said,
Got
yeah,
that key to
used
Nongu.
Tongas on sale oftenly miss their discs. Illumination Television said, are you guys going to make pee jokes too?
Oh well. Here's the thing. I think it's I think this is a fact of life that everybody knows that poop is funnier than pee.
Fuck off. They're funny, but they're equally funny.
No, pee isn't funny. Piss is funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
I mean, but
Okay.
I will mostly agree with that. You can get some humor out of the word pee.
Name aside from the phrase "the pee debate." What is a funny way to use pee?
Damn it, you took my one trump card.
The pee debate.
Udron Micro says Kina is
guess-
like that one aunt who people only tolerate out of politeness and barracks is the nephew she's after.
I'll try and come up with a more compelling argument later.
Oh no.
Yes, I'm gonna try and come up with a more compelling argument later. But for now, I would like to point out that P is the first syllable of penis, and penis is a funny word. So
Copeak 2001 asked, "Have you played the Nog 1 and 2?"
I played Monog 3 this day.
Chairman Kim
Bionicle
said.
firing. Whoa.
Chairman Kim said, "P ain't strong enough."
It's strong.
I mean, it's true.
That is a
Illumination
great phrase. P ain't
Illumination
strong.
Television is still debate. It's P jokes. Aiden Martin said the diarrhea is the answer.
The guy who came up with Dungu, you're a genius. Dungu. I don't know.
Shaman Kim.
I,
The fuck is
ma-
Dungu?
Shaman Kim just said, "Just beat him and drag Kongu to your truck. It will be worth a lot in the black market, you know."
I think we can do better than Dungu.
I like this comment. I want to sodomize Gali Nuba. Alright,
Oh my
that.
gosh!
What? Which Mystica or Mystica or
Just normal Nuva.
2003.
So 2003, you get Monkey Gali. To Mystica, you get fucking Waffle High. You got Blue Waffle Gali. So
Yeah, but no, but alternatively, you have the Bionicle, the game version, where it actually has butt detail.
Ooh.
Sweet. I fucking clap that bitch.
Come on, iDs. Let's get a little
Ivan the
cleaner.
Awesome said I would rear end him and bury him, assumingly he's talking about Congo. So, yeah. Kian Goza said, wait, are you friends with Dr. Scorpion X?
No. Does he
Yeah, we
make
went to the
poop
same
jokes?
school. Like, we went to school. 2015. We went to the same school.
Oh, really?
Used to eat lunch together.
Oh, that's cool.
He used to fart and giggle to himself, so I kind of moved tables.
Oh,
really
that's
told-
unfortunate. Wait. I thought no. I remember this. You told us the farting was just the beginning of it. Didn't he start like I don't know, like bringing a big duffel bag to school with like all sorts of.
Yeah, I mean, I moved from that school, but I remember he started wearing this trench coat towards the end.
Oh no. Yeah, that's not good, dude. I'm glad you moved. Did anything ever come out?
Titan Mobile just said the first thing I hear is Blue Waffle calling. And then Ada Martin said I want to thought by mistake.
Keep sneezing, Jesus.
Sneezing. Why are you sneezing, dude?
Let's see.
I'm a rapist.
Illumination Studio said unsubbed Larnuu works or IDs.
Oh no. You guys are
I
gonna
don't know
leave
what that
over my
means.
friends. These guys are good
Spiderball
dudes.
said
I cannot find
Yes.
Exo.
Spiderball said they say up here there was no, it's not Perdaka. Damn it, I had a comment. Oh yeah, he wants to talk about body pillow, that's it.
Yeah, that's lame. Come on, we can do better. I want to give Maku head pats. That's like the most sexual, non-sexual thing ever.
It's the head pat. Do you want me to explain it? Because I'm actually tapped into the Weeba Spear, so I could actually
Oh
explain.
no.
So-
Okay, as succinctly as possible, Cage. You have a mission.
Okay, so basically, it's like the anime girl that it's like she may be underage, might not be, like that whole entire thing. But Jig, it's like they're like, no, you ain't supposed to fuck those girls. You're supposed to pat them on the head, and that's the whole thing. So it's like the meme is give Wally's head pats, and that's the meme. So
basically, it's just the weeaboo equivalent to I ain't never seen a butt like that.
it's basically the Weeaboo equivalent of hey, don't fuck kids, just pat them on the head.
Yeah.
So
That's dumb. I mean, it makes sense, but it's the weeaboo community, so that's high praise for them. We can make some Begone Thought jokes with Mystica Golly, can't we? Well, I don't know. Not so much Begone Thought jokes. Begone horrible suicide assistance woman.
Also, want to say, thanks, IVAX, you a G. See you later.
Bye. I recently watched The Misadventures of Odapex and Pals. Oh yeah, it's so good. Everyone who's here and has not seen IDS or Larnu's channels, they both have great videos. You should check them out.
yeah, I'm freaking
I will
epic.
put their links in the description below after the stream is over. And if you don't click on them, I'll molest you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ty Noble says, okay, I'm sorry to say this to all of those Mystica fans, literally no one, but they are not representatives of the Toa Nuva.
No, hey, he's right.
Welcome to Anthony Fantano's I Agree segment. I agree.
Oh.
Maku X2 best ship in Bionicle changed my mind. Soro Naru Nura
It's
Sukamoyo.
basically the only one that they creators supported, so yeah.
Oh, but
Or
What
the creators of
about
any kind, that is.
what about my Jala and Holly?
Okay,
My Jala and Holly shit.
they kind of tease that in Mascolite, so yeah, you can ship that.
Jala and Holly.
Andy Minogue, Harley puts a little flower on Jarla's head and says, "Come fuck me in the beach."
You're
They run
right,
off.
you're
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry. There's two of them. My bad.
And
dog.
Jala and Harley on the same team, the same size.
They're not on.
Imagine-
Newton, Nicotine. Yeah.
Imagine Huki and Mark. Huki's a weird sea creature monster man now, and Marku's a child. It's weird.
Yeah. Nah, they can still do it. He can give her a pat on the head, as I've learned from the weirdo community.
Just banging her on the head, and he's just going, "Oh yes."
Ugly.
Great moves, Mark.
Nice shooting, Holly.
Nice pussy, Mark.
If love will be canon, people won't gay them. That's the problem. See, that's why I support Greg, because these darn people are just gonna keep pushing. They're gonna want gay marriage and Bionicle, and I'm just not for that, frankly.
Nice pussy, Holly. Nice pussy.
No, so and that last sentence I ran is completely acceptable because they're both Toa. Anyway, in G3, if homosexuality is a thing, like what would you do if like G3 just onto a Kapag or fucking?
I would be so honored, because come on, where else are they going to come up with that idea?
Really?
Just like, come over here. It's just like the first time it's the first time they interact with one another. It's just literally just impossible.
Oh no, it's like the very first time. That would suck. You gotta.
It's love at first sight. It's like I know. It's like it was love at first sight when I saw the white.
Good moves, Fred. Good moves, Fred. Good moves, Fred.
Good moves, Fred.
Anyway, so this comment section is a whole wheel of hell. Love it. Says Cayman Kim.
Wait. What about Tintin? Is Alexander Caleb Empire finally back?
Mr. Kim said this comment section is a whole weeaboo hell. I love it.
Oh, well, I don't like that guy.
Waffle you mean the
Greg isn't canon. Greg, hey, Grok, thanks for showing up. Why?
Feels amazing.
Grok on my last video, he was like, "I'm surprised you worked with Ben Kasi again, considering all the crap you've said about him on streams." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I want to know specifics." And then he just deleted the comment. Like, what?
And then just hard cuts to all your past streams, and then you just like say all these vicious things about Ben Kasi.
I like that, Mark. One.
Amazing.
This is Axon and the Toa and Ika with Huki. No.
Wait.
To be honest, I see the possibility of G3 in the form of the mask of time. I need it now and be good. What the? Sorry, I don't know that sentence.
Just a bunch of dog motherfuckers and one-hit wonders.
It's Illumination Television. The Illumination Television just shouted JoJo. We don't know if we're talking about the child or the anime.
Oh, I know. That's the worst part about all this. To be honest, I see. Yeah.
A person who with the username Y just said vibe check. Caleb, check your vibe.
No, but
check your vibe right now. Caleb, stop. Check your vibe right fucking now.
I'm leaving in 5 minutes, brothers.
Is your vibe checked?
Yeah.
I just checked it.
Good.
I just checked on my rep. Yep, second to none.
Ty Noble said G3 Kapaka's mask is the mask of homosexuality.
Cool. Is that like that's a power? I guess it kind of is a power.
Kapaka is all like, get over here, brothers. Mask lights up. Oh.
What was the villain Mike Pence because he's trying to make a reverse mask?
I just like Kapaka just fucks everybody. That's its constant thing.
Check it, Caleb. What is it? Why?
Just like it's like we can't stop the Makuta. I know what to do. Just fucks Makuta instead. I'm gonna cut them cute cheeks.
Yikes! I'm not up for all that, dude. You know,
Callan LF is a gay love will be Callan LF. If gay love will be canon, people won't bestiality. Can't basically saying if people, you know.
IDs. We actually cover literally. It feels like predictive. We're going to be covering these things, and we've covered these things in streams before, and it'll be discussed not in length, but a little bit in the next video I post. So keep an eye out for that.
Hold Hold on a second. You tell me that Puka and Tecto are not fucking on the DL.
Yeah, they are. This is just a fact of life, dude.
Yeah, I mean they're both Titan size now, so yeah. Yeah. Bionicle will be openly bisexual in G3. Okay, Mr. I'm on the nut to debunk.
How's everyone's day been? Grawak, my day was pretty gay until you showed up.
Yeah.
Actually,
now
no,
it's
it was
very,
pretty gay
now
until
it's just
it finally
very, now the day is just very gay. We kill bitches out here for straight up fucking men now.
Yeah, look, Grawak, there's something unspoken between us. I don't know if you're feeling the same way, dude, but call me, okay?
There's a hard chance that Garlock is like 13, dude.
Yeah. Thank you for the vibe check, dude. Can Matoran sex a Rahi? Yes.
Poopy and sexy at the same time. Thanks for asking, said Aiden.
Thank you, Aiden Martin. You're a legend. We're glad to have you here.
Udron Micro said G3 will include fetishes and Bionicle will be into bondage.
Guys, I'm leaving.
You can't.
You can't.
You just don't have the ability to leave.
He does not have the skills. Well, IDS, you have to leave by saying something really, really hot and bothering to all of our fans. Oh, did he already leave? Oh, yeah. Come on. What a punk. I try and make these things all cool, and then he just backs out on me.
I know. It's like you can't keep two friends in at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know. He wants to work out at the gym. He actually wants to do something with himself today. What a loser.
Look at the body. Look at the body. Look at the body. Jalok.
Oh. Jalok.
Yeah.
Well,
I have like 70% charge on my phone, so like whenever I'm good for a bit more stream, but I can't keep going for,
well, I think if we go on for another 15-20 minutes, I should maybe be able to finish doing this. So oops,
I could probably do like I'll just run until like my phone just dies. So
okay.
16% left, so yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, but
there you go. Let's read some comments.
We've got some good things accomplished today. I'm so glad you came back. This stream was doing okay, but we were missing you, dude. You're a valued part of this team. I hope you know that.
Literally, all I bring to the table is talking about poop and just bullying.
That's not true. Don't be so self-deprecating. You're a legend in the Bionicle community.
I'm not self-deprecating, Caleb. I'm self-deprecating.
Oh. Shut up. Shut up, you homo.
Got him.
Oh yeah, someone asked if I was going to go to Brick Fair, Virginia. If anything, it's probably more likely I'd go to a Brick Fair, Alabama at some point and see my friend Cage again.
I gotta see, like,
out of curiosity,
I don't know. I haven't checked in like a long time. I used to like in Alabama there used to be like a Brick Fair, which was easy for me to go to because it's like about only like an hour away from where I was living at the time. But I went there a couple times, and first time it was like a very small, tiny thing, but then now it's gotten quite notably bigger.
That's cool.
But like the second year I went, but then again, since I haven't lived in the state for many years, I haven't been able to go for a while. So
yeah, so you haven't kept track. That's fair. We'll have to look it up.
It's I don't know. It's like usually what like I'm trying to think though. Let's try to make this story like 2 seconds longer.
Cool.
I'm trying to get my Discord. Log out my Discord so I can not get notifications. There you go. Okay, so it's usually in January. Like from what I remember that they would usually do it in January, but that there's a possibility that's changed over time.
Yeah, we'll have to look.
But I definitely want to look into it. And if it's not Alabama Brick Fair, I definitely would like to schedule to do some sort of Lego convention at some point because I definitely want to get into doing more like mocks, like doing more Technic-based mocks. And it would be cool to actually bring something to actually try to get it displayed, at a convention.
Yeah, that'd be
so
fun.
that did. Yeah, and I mean, Caleb has lots of stuff. It definitely would try to push for him to try to get like maybe at least.
I got some big old things I can bring. I got some my silly 2015 things, but they're not that good, so I don't know. They're the kind of things that some people would probably be like, "Well, that's really cool." Some 5-year-olds.
I mean, you have like that second big Makuta that you built that was really good, and then
I'm happy with that one. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Yeah. Callan, have you had any contact with Alexander and Bionicle lately? Actually, the last contact we had, we tried to get him to voice in the Nip and Nos video I made a couple months ago. I made, quote unquote.
Yeah. Yeah. However, what ended up happening was that when Caleb reached out for the lines, and he actually was the one that reached out for the lines. What ended up happening was that Alex actually recorded them, which was fantastic. But the problem is that the file was corrupted, and he, wasn't able to get around to re-recording the lines. So the workaround was just having Apex talk backwards.
Yep, and that was just fine. He barely said anything in the episode anyway. I wonder when Jalocum will actually see that video. It's gonna. Dude,
I really hope it's gonna have to happen at some point. But it's like
he's taking his time.
Yeah,
we're not gonna.
And to explain the joke clear as day to some people, to the audience, because there's a chance some people didn't get the joke. Basically this is like an old script that was that was lying around, and he scrapped years ago, and then Caleb found it, and then we made a joke. It was like, hey, it would be funny if we brought the script back and animated it, and made a joke about me stealing this guy's script, and then him coming and killing me after stealing it.
Yeah.
So
Cage just did it, and it was great.
Yeah. And then the YouTube poop at the end was just because it felt like like in the back of my mind, it's like, this is a weird joke that might be a little too abstract. If at very least, if there's if this won't work, at the very least, there'll be a YouTube poop that's funny at the end, and it just has iconic lines like, "My brother's racist."
Yep. Yeah, just some fun memeing about with the audio. You did a good job.
Yeah.
What happened to your Discord, Callan? I sold it for $10. It was one of the best things I ever did on Discord.
He's actually not joking. He really did sell it.
Yeah, and the guy actually did pay $10. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I see this as an absolute win, because it was dying anyway, and then he hasn't done anything because he's an idiot.
The Great Furnace is still not really doing anything. But if you guys like one Discord that's good, like I need to get like the exact one, but there's a Buy-It-Tube Discord that I've been trying to get more regular into, but I haven't been able to be a part of it for the past month. But
is it run by your favorite Finn, the official Buy-It-Tube channel?
No, it's not run by the official Buy-It-Tube channel. I don't. It's weird. It's like as time goes on, just the more the less polite I get about my frustrations with the Buy-It-Tube channel. But that guy needs to stop.
He just needs to stop. Just make it clean and simple. Yeah. He just needs to stop.
Yeah, dude. It's just, I don't know. It's like a pet peeve of mine, I'll say, is I don't like people who for basically trying to claim to be like the central hub, or people who put people as pillars of central hubs of fandoms or fan communities.
Yeah.
Like a good example is like TTV, for example. It's like I don't really pay much attention to TTV. I don't really consume any of their content. The most I can say about them is that they said some things that I've agreed with, some things that I think is I've disagreed with, but ultimately at the end of the day, pretty neutral opinion on DTV, the channel themselves.
Yeah, they've at least never been like, we are the official hub for all Bionicle. They're just they're doing their thing, and they basically just become that because they're so big. Yeah. And
that being said, though, I don't like how the fans basically put them on that pedestal, and I don't like how everybody's like, TTV is the pillar of the community. I'm just like, no, they're not. That not everybody has to follow TTV. They're just a big channel of the fandom, and I don't like being people putting them on that pillar. And what's worse than other people putting people on that pillar, is is people who try to hop themselves on that pillar. Like if you're out here being like, oh yeah, my Bio2 podcast is the official Bio2 podcast, I'm going to be thinking, no, it's just a Bio2 podcast.
You're just a dude.
And and if you're doing that with like a Bio2 YouTube channel, I'm just like, no, that's
just make your own
that's
way.
not gonna work.
I left your Discord.
Yeah, it's like not just to cap this all off real quick. Group things and community things are fantastic. You know, like I mean, it would be a hypocrite for me to say I'm against it because years back when the Custom Bionicle YouTube channel was actually a thing, we were big contributors on that. But at the same time, though, with the Custom Bionicle YouTube channel, it was never like, at least my impression of when we were working on the channel, it was never the idea of Custom Bionicle is the center of the Bionicle community.
Yeah.
We wanted it to do well in the community, and we definitely wanted it to be like a channel where other people could contribute on it. But we were never like, this is the official center of this fandom, because it's a fandom. Nothing is official about it.
Nope.
It's
fun that we have the freedom to work together and do whatever we want. Cool.
Yeah, our entire channels are legal gray areas. You can't use the word official at all when talking about this.
Like if someone if it was worth the people's time and power, like I would probably get in a lot of trouble for all the Bionicle music I've used. And all the ad money I've made off of that. I shouldn't be saying this alive. I've never used any content that I don't know.
There's lots of YouTube channels that will do animations with like Nintendo characters and things like that, and there's not an issue, and Nintendo's pretty happy. So it's as long as it classifies as fan art rather than piracy, it's fine.
Right.
If you do like doing an animation with Mario in it, or playing the Super Mario Bros. Down on your piano is fine. It's just when Nintendo's gonna have an issue of it is if you upload like the whole game soundtrack online.
Yeah. That's not really good. But yeah, it is an interesting area how people, and not even small channels either, kind of play those gray areas with YouTube copyright. I think Eb Lemon's got another video on that coming soon.
Yeah, I hope he does, because I gotta be honest, like the longer Death Battle goes, like the more I'm confused on like how that's like completely okay, and because it's like at this point, Death Battle,
it is really big. I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah, because Death Battle was first to start off as this show that eventually got picked up on Screw Attack to the point where then Screw Attack basically got bought out by Rooster Teeth. Death Battle is like the main product. Then Screw Attack got completely axed, and now it's just converted into being Death Battle and only Death Battle.
Yeah.
And now we're stuck with basically a web show / faction of Rooster Teeth that focuses on just animating fight sequences where media characters gruesomely kill one another.
Yeah.
And they have no
it's
license
not like to any of those characters.
Yeah, aside from the Ruby episodes that they've done, no license. So that's like I don't know where that's going through, because when they did Red vs. Blue, they got they got the go ahead from the people who were running not from the get go, but they eventually
originally it's just a web series, but once they got big enough, they got the go ahead to actually embrace all of the visuals and the branding, I assume, because there are Red vs. Blue shirts with all the characters and everything. It's not just like, since imagery they don't own, it's not like they just have T-shirts with funny quotes they made up. They do have.
Yeah, for a while it was that, but then they worked into it. It's like I don't know the legal. I'm not a big research historian, so I can't say the details. Right. But what I can say though officially is that very early on Red vs. Blue, and for the majority of its life run, it's been embraced by Microsoft and whoever is currently running Halo. First Bungie, then 343. People, they've always embraced, Red vs. Blue as, something, approved by Halo. In fact, the entire Halo sub game mode called Griffball is actually named after one of the characters in the game.
Yep.
So
yeah, that's true.
I mean, in the web show. So, but long story short, it makes complete sense why Rooster Teeth's been able to do Red versus Blue for all this time. Death Battle is that confuses me because of the fact that it's like, I mean, yes, you can argue it's getting away with parody and all that,
Yeah.
but not having a single lawsuit or anything about it is surprising, especially considering Rooster Teeth is has like its own subscription program, Rooster Teeth First, which I would say that's like, if Death Battle to me, like being like the show being offered with like being part of like a streaming service is notably very different than just this is a popular YouTube channel like Game Theory that often talks about like copyrighted characters in video games or
Right.
and it's also not like parody enough like Robot Chicken where it makes me question on like if it's really doing that.
Yeah, but
It's also,
Robot Chicken's also a studio television show, so it's like they have that kind of backing where if someone complained, that it's like a studio that can actually provide lawyers and stuff to argue the fair use merits of a thing.
But even then though, like if Robot Chicken's like basically their version of satire wasn't going to cut it legally, they would have been cut off like by season like 1 or 2, or but they've been able to keep the show running for a while, so clearly that's fine. And then like Death Battles, they've been running that show for like I don't know, like I think like well over 5 years at this point without any legal issues. So whatever they're doing there is like completely legal.
Yeah,
like it's weird. It's like kind of like as time goes on, like the restrictions on copyright definitely feels like it's kind of loosened up throughout my lifetime. Like maybe it's my perception from being a kid to an adult, or maybe it's actually changed. But like what the argument of parody has become like a lot more broad and like it's a lot more companies that used to have like a more iron grip have been kind of letting it go by. I mean, like you get examples like I'm currently in Amsterdam right now, and
we've kind of lost track of the chat. Someone even said the chat and the conversation are two separate discussions.
Okay, sorry. We'll get back to the chat after I make this point.
I don't know. They're talking about lots of Team Fortress 2 stuff, so this is more interesting than that, at least.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I mean, fair enough. I don't really follow TF2 anymore. We used to,
Team
but
Foreskin 2, though. Someone said so. That's pretty good.
No.
Oh no. Anyway, sorry. Final points. Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's like I'm currently in Amsterdam right now, and weed is legal here. So there's like some weed parody stuff, and I've actually seen just people, companies have like products of weed joke stuff, and like they'll have like cartoon characters smoking spliffs, and they'll just flat out be those cartoon characters from those other shows,
right?
And like you'll have like Mickey Mouse smoking weed and shit, and that's complete, and it's qualifying enough for parody. And in fact, one of the souvenirs I got is actually an ashtray with Mario smoking a blunt, and
I saw that you bought that.
Yeah, and like because I think I thought it was funny enough, and my mom's gonna hate it.
Real quick before we continue this, I just want to ask the chat. Give me your insight. I have 3 characters, 3 Toa that I could put in this Exo Toa suit. Gali, Bohatu, Onua. Which one? Vote. Which one will be the next to have an Exo Toa suit?
Gali.
Put it in your comments. Vote. Choose your favorite.
Gali. Okay,
anyway, sorry.
Is me shouting Gali count or no?
Yeah, it does. Gali's your choice.
Okay, good. So I did extra Gali.
You get one vote. Everyone gets one vote.
Give me 3. Give me 3 because I'm talking. I'm more important.
I'll give you 3 if I decide to give you 3.
Oh, cool. Anyway, so
maybe if I get an answer I don't like. Because it's funny,
Yeah,
Golly
I-
is the easiest naturally of those three because I gotta you have to do mods for Batu.
You actually have enough Exo Toa for every single Toa.
Huh?
You actually have all the Exo Toa for each Toa.
Liwa already has one. Don't vote Liwa. I do have
Well,
4
but-
of them now. This is my 4th Exo Toa. I am
Oh,
working
wow.
on the
I own 0 Exo Toa.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a selfish punk, but I really want to do it's just been a cool dream of mine to have all 6, just like the images. I want to get more professional images like the one guy did.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any good other things, but yeah, we were talking about like Death Battle and Rooster Teeth stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely all sorts of companies that are in that kind of gray area where you wonder.
Yeah, because I mean, like again, parody is like the whole entire rule for it. It's people like using in the parody laws to their advantage, but it over time it definitely feels like what qualifies as a joke in a parody it gets more restrictive. I mean, I mean, I don't know. Even like TV shows, it feels like as time's gone on, they've kind of like if you're gonna have like a character from like a media franchise and you're gonna make a joke about them, it's become like more and more just flat out that character from the franchise rather than like a really good character that was clearly based off of them.
Right.
Yeah. But then again, you also have like other points in history where you'll have like other characters that just are straight up using things from other companies. Like there was a character in like this old Sega game called Shinobi. I was watching admittedly I was watching Did You Know Gaming because sometimes when I just need something to listen to, I'll turn them on, and they were talking about how the Shinobi game got revisions because there were like a lot of bosses who are just flat up characters from other pop media franchises.
I know
like,
that. That's not from Did You Know Gaming, but I know isn't there one? What's the Duke Nukem is basically just kind of taking a lot of lines and stuff from Ash from the Evil Dead's things.
Duke Nukem takes like a lot of like what's from pop culture and but the Shinobi thing. But the Shinobi thing was like there was a boss who was straight up Godzilla's design, and then there was also another boss character who was basically like it was implied to be like a ninja that could transform between as like just American comic characters. So like the first phase of the boss fight, he was Spider-Man and just like flat out Spider-Man. Then in the second phase of the boss fight, you transform into Batman.
Weird.
But then updates they changed it to be because like something to do with like Sega was actually then developing a Spider-Man game, so for cross promotion they actually made it be like the real Spider-Man, and when you defeat him he just runs away. And then they changed Batman to be like based off of a Japanese comic character more, but not exactly 1-to-1. So going rip out one thing to another, but and then now like in the current versions of the game, if you get digital re-releases of the game, Spider-Man is just recolored to be like basically a big pink blob to avoid copyright, but he shoots out the webs. But point being that this was like in the it was like in the early to mid 90s this was happening. So copyright foolishness has always been kind of a little strange, but I don't want to make it sound like because that was a good spot to end it. But the last point I was going to say is that distance between like territories and people who own it, it's like it's easier to infringe on copyright if you're on the other side of the world because it's easier to not get caught. Like the reason why the American film industry is in Hollywood instead of the East Coast is entirely because of copyright. Because Thomas Edison originally had he was the one who created not created because he just were definitely contributors to prior film technology that led to his version of like the film camera that became like the model standardized film camera that then like people then like worked off of to make future movie cameras off of.
Right.
But basically he had like the rights to make movie cameras, but also was at the time was like oh yeah, I also own film as an art form. And other filmmaking companies that were smaller was like, no, we don't want to be paying all this outrageous licensing fee just to make our films to this asshole who electrocutes elephants. We're gonna hop in this. We're gonna basically move to the other side of the country. So then, like, if he wants to do a lawsuit, basically he's gonna have to send people all the way across the continent and back just for this lawsuit to happen, and it ended up working because it's just so much of a hassle to deal with the people over there while you're over there on like the opposite side, that they were able to actually grow the film industry in Hollywood and actually get started. So
yeah, that is interesting. I know that Thomas Edison was a piece of work. He actually also stole a French filmmaker's big film, the Georges Méliès. A Trip to the Moon. He literally stole a copy of it in France and aired it in the U.S. Made tons of money off the film before Méliès could start showing his film in the U.S. Yeah, Edison was.
Did he steal credit or?
No. He literally just he showed the movie around because, of course, there was no real laws or anything. It was such a new art form.
Yeah.
He basically could just get away with it. He just showed the movie. He screened it around and showed it to people. Then by the time Georges Méliès actually got the money together to start airing his movie in America, everyone had already seen it. That Edison's not a good guy.
No, and honestly, Thomas Edison, like, he's not.
Also, I've decided that I will put Pohatu. He did get the most votes. Sorry, even if I give you 3 votes, no one voted for. Golly, I'm sorry. So I will do Pohatu, but I'm too lazy to do it right now. So instead, Cage, you, Larnuu, are driving it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Driving what?
The Exo Toa.
I need to see the photo. Also, I'm on like 10% charge, so I only have a little bit.
No, this is a good place to end. I just finished building it. So,
let me see the Exo Toa.
Yeah, take a look.
That also is Callan T-posing for dominance.
Exactly. Callan has to T-pose in order to not feel inferior to his friend. Don't worry, though. His friend's got weapons that can murder.
Hey, give Callan head pats.
Yeah.
That's a good head pat.
That's what I talk about, a head pat. We've come full circle. Now, if we could just have you throw a bit of poop while you're driving your Exo Toa, or can you store poop into the back of the trunk of the Exo Toa? We'll have to find out next time. Thank you guys for showing up today. We had some fun. We had some good memes and some good laughs. We talked about poop. We talked about Bionicle.
We talked about copyright a little too long at the end.
Yeah, but here, don't worry. That'll make up a 20-minute long clip on my new channel, Callan LF Clips. So. Oh
man, cool! Like that's freaking epic. Like you're going to be like H3 clips too.
Yeah, exactly. Callan LF Clips, and no one's gonna watch those. No, we'll do one with the poop conversation. We'll have 2 million views. And we'll do one with the copyright conversation. It'll have 27 views.
Yeah, and then we do the P one, and it's just 5 views.
Oh no, yeah, no one likes P. Even Tesla and all the copyright law stuff is more interesting than P. All right, boys. I'll pee.
We didn't even bring up Tesla once in the entire time. I bring up Edison, man.
Oh man, yeah, we should have pissed on Thomas Edison, guys.
That's not what I said at all.
That is exactly what you said. I'm ending the stream by letting everyone know that Cage wants to piss on Thomas Edison's corpse, and we're going to be visiting his grave pretty soon to piss on Thomas Edison's grave. So that'll be our next video. I'll be posting tomorrow. Larnuu and I's trip to Thomas Edison's grave. So thank you for watching, and bye. Spider-Ball said feature my comments.
Bye.
Poo. Oh, dang it! It says, "Are you sure you want to end the stream?" Are you kidding me? Really?
And
I had building up for all that, and it's still not over.
is this all going?
Yeah.
Grato.